I closed my eyes in onyx, bracing for my first kiss with a stranger, not Ghost, not the man I'd loved for 10 years. Mason's breath touched my lips. Then the music split open. Get your fucking hands off her. My eyes scan the boots, searching for the one silhouette that has been etched into my mind since I was a child. And then, I find him. I freeze. The breath leaves my lungs in a sharp, silent gasp. Ghost is tucked into a corner booth, the shadows playing across the sharp angles of his face. He has a woman on either side of him. One, a stunning brunette in a leather harness that leaves very little to the imagination, is leaning into him, her lips inches from the pulse point in his neck. Her hand, perfectly manicured with blood-red nails, is resting high on his thigh, her fingers curling into the dark fabric of his pants. Ghost isn't laughing. He's leaning back, his head resting against the leather cushion, a glass of amber liquid held loosely in his hand. Seeing that woman's hand on his leg, the exact spot where I used to sit as a child, the spot I wanted to claim as his wife, is a physical blow to my stomach. He doesn't see me. The humiliation is a cold, drenching wave. I feel small. I feel foolish. I feel like the 8-year-old girl who thought a biker was a prince in a fairy tale. The humiliation that was freezing my blood moments ago suddenly boils over. It's a physical sensation, a searing, white-hot rush of adrenaline that burns away the tears before they can even fall. I'm done. I'm done being the girl who waits. Ghost thinks I'm a child. He thinks I'm some fragile thing that belongs in a tower. I'm staying, I say. If he can have his fun, so can I. I walk toward the small, discreet station near the lounge entrance, where the club's interaction tags are kept. I grab a small, elegant pin. Submissive, open to chat. I pin it to the silk of my dress, right over my heart, the metal cold against my skin. I climb onto a high leather bar stool, the slit in my black dress sliding up to reveal a dangerous amount of thigh. I'm not waiting anymore. I haven't been sitting there for 5 seconds before the air beside me shifts. That's a very interesting tag for a girl who looks like she could command a room just by breathing, a deep, smooth voice says. I turn my head slowly. The man standing there is older than me, probably in his mid-20s. He has dark, messy hair, and a jawline that looks like it was carved from granite. I'm Angel, I say, my voice sounding more confident than I feel. Mason, he replies, his eyes dropping to the tag on my chest. And you're open to chat, Angel. I find that hard to believe. You look like the kind of girl who knows exactly what she wants and doesn't waste time on small talk. Maybe I'm tired of knowing what I want, I say, leaning closer so he can smell my perfume. Maybe I want to try something new. Mason grins, a slow, predatory look. He steps into my space, one hand coming up to rest firmly on my waist. I'd love to buy you a drink, Angel. And then, I'd love to see just how submissive you really are. I'd love that drink, I tell Mason. He signals the bartender, never taking his hand off my waist. Mason leans in, his chest brushing against my shoulder. You're remarkably quiet for someone so open, he whispers, his breath hot against my ear. I'm a better listener, I counter. Is that so? Mason's hand slides lower, his fingers gripping the curve of my hip. Are you okay, Angel? You're a million miles away. I'm right here, I say, turning on the stool so I'm facing him fully. I spread my knees slightly, allowing him to step into the space between my legs. He steps in, his thighs pressing against mine, the fabric of his expensive suit rough against my skin. You're a dangerous little thing, aren't you? He murmurs. He reaches up, his fingers tracing the line of my jaw before settling on the back of my neck. He leans in, his face inches from mine. I don't think you're submissive at all. I think you're a brat who needs to be taught a lesson. Then teach me, I challenge. My heart is screaming, my pulse thudding in my ears. Mason's eyes lock onto my lips. He tilts his head, his hand tightening on the back of my neck, pulling me toward him. I close my eyes, bracing for the impact, for the taste of a stranger, for the finality of it. I feel the heat of his breath. I feel his lips just a fraction of an inch from mine. And then, the world explodes. There's a sudden, violent rush of air. A roar of primal, unadulterated fury cuts through the industrial beat of the music. Get your fucking hands off her. Before Mason's lips can touch mine, he is violently jerked backward. The hand on my waist is ripped away so fast I nearly fall off the bar stool. I snap my eyes open to see a blur of black denim and raw muscle. Ghost. He looks like a demon unleashed from hell. His face is contorted with a rage I've never seen. He doesn't say another word, he just lunges. His fist connects with Mason's jaw with a sickening crack. Mason stumbles back, hitting a table, but Ghost isn't done. He's on him in a second, his large, tattooed hands grabbing Mason by the collar of his expensive suit and slamming him against the brick wall. I'll fucking kill you. Ghost screams, his voice cracking with a desperation that makes my blood run cold. He draws back his fist again, his knuckles already split and bleeding. Bear is there in an instant, his massive frame slamming into Ghost's back to tackle him away from the stunned, bleeding Mason. Angel, get out of here. Now. Bear yells over his shoulder. I stand there, frozen, my chest heaving. Ghost's gaze drops to the tag, and the roar in his throat dies into a choked, broken sound. Ghost hauls me through the pulsing red veins of onyx. He isn't walking, he's a force of nature. He carves a path through the sea of leather and lace, his fingers clamped around my arm so tightly I know there will be a ring of bruised fingerprints by morning. I have to stumble to keep up, my heels skidding on the floor. We hit a heavy, soundproof door at the back of the lounge. He kicks it open, shoves me inside, and slams it shut with a violence that rattles the very frames on the walls. The click of the lock is the final nail in the coffin of the night. The silence is sudden and deafening. He marches toward a heavy mahogany dresser against the far wall, and slams his palms down onto the wood. His head hangs low between his shoulders. What the fuck were you doing out there, Angel? His voice isn't a roar anymore. It's a low, lethal vibration that makes the hair on my arms stand up. He finally lifts his head. I was having a drink, Ghost, I say, my voice tilting into a jagged, snarky edge. It's a public club. Last I checked, my ID says I'm allowed to be wherever I want. Or did you forget I'm not the little girl in pigtails anymore? He spins around so fast I flinch. His eyes are bloodshot, frantic, and fixed on the tag pinned to my silk dress. You put that sheet on, he rasps, stepping toward me. You walked into a place like this, wearing that dress, with a tag that tells every predator in this city that you're open for business. Do you have any idea what would have happened if I wasn't here? Do you have any idea what that man was about to do to you? He was going to kiss me, Ghost. I yell back, the frustration of the last 2 weeks exploding out of me. He was going to touch me because he actually wanted to, unlike you, who acts like I'm a disease you're trying to recover from.